Welcome to AI in 10. I'm Chuck Goetschel, and every day my AI clone breaks down the biggest AI story in 10 minutes or less. What it is, why it matters, and how you can actually use it. We need to talk about what's happening across the tech industry, and it's bigger than just another round of tech layoffs. Major tech companies are fundamentally changing how they think about human workers versus AI systems. We're seeing a pattern emerge where companies are cutting jobs while simultaneously investing massive amounts in AI infrastructure, trained on employee work patterns. Think about that for a second. These companies are essentially saying, we don't need you anymore, but we're going to keep watching everything you did, and teach our computers to do it instead. It's like firing your assistant, but keeping their diary. Let me break down exactly what's happening here. Tech giants like Meta, that's Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, have been eliminating thousands of positions across engineering, product, and operations. These aren't random cuts, they're surgical. They're targeting specific roles they believe AI can handle better. But the really interesting part is what they're doing with the employees who are still there. Every single person who works at these companies now has tracking software on their computer that they cannot turn off. It's watching every keystroke, every mouse click, every app they open, how fast they type, how long they pause between tasks, when they switch between windows. All of that data is getting fed directly into AI training models. These companies are literally teaching AI systems to work like their best employees while laying off thousands of those same employees. It's efficiency at its most ruthless. Now, companies like Meta say this is all about sustainable growth in the AI era. They're projecting massive spending on AI infrastructure. Meta's capital expenditures, including AI infrastructure, are projected at $64 to $72 billion total this year. That's data centers, servers, graphics processing units, the stuff that makes AI work. And apparently, human salaries were standing in the way of that budget. The laid-off employees are getting 3 months of severance and health benefits, which is better than nothing, but let's be honest. When you're competing against an AI system trained on your own work habits, finding your next job just got a lot harder. So what does this mean for you? Even if you don't work in tech, this is coming to every industry, and it's coming fast. Let's start with the obvious stuff. If you use Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp, which is basically everyone, the algorithms that decide what you see are about to get a lot more sophisticated. They're being trained on real human behavior patterns from these companies' own workforces. Your feed is going to get eerily good at predicting what you want to see next. But the bigger picture is about your job. Whatever you do for work, there's probably a company somewhere tracking how their employees do that same work. And they're probably feeding that data into AI systems. Your future replacement is taking notes. This isn't just happening at Meta. Microsoft did something similar last year. Google has internal tracking systems. Amazon monitors warehouse workers down to the second. The difference is these companies are making it more obvious. They're cutting thousands of jobs and immediately saying the AI trained on employee data will help fill the gaps. If you work in social media marketing, content moderation, customer service, or digital advertising, pay attention. These are exactly the kinds of roles being cut. AI chatbots can handle 70% of content moderation flags now. Automated systems can optimize ad campaigns better than most humans. Customer service bots are getting scary good at sounding human. But here's what I want you to understand. This isn't the end of the world. This is information, and information is power if you use it right. Here's what you can actually do about this today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. First, update your LinkedIn profile. I'm serious. Right after this podcast ends, go add AI literacy skills. Even if you're just learning, put down prompt engineering, data analysis, AI tool proficiency. Companies that are doubling down on AI, and that's most of them, want employees who can work with these systems, not against them. Second, if you work for any company that gives you a computer, assume everything you do is being tracked. That's not paranoia, that's reality. But you can use this to your advantage. Download something like Rescue Time or Toggle. Start tracking your own productivity patterns. Build your own portfolio of how you work. When your company eventually wants to audit your productivity, and they will, you'll have your own data to show them. Third, look at your financial situation. If you own Meta stock through a retirement account or investment app, you're probably seeing gains right now. The market loves layoffs paired with AI investment, but think long term. What happens if this AI bet doesn't pay off the way they expect? Consider diversifying into sectors that are harder to automate. Skilled trades, healthcare, education with human interaction. Fourth, review your privacy settings on Facebook and Instagram. The behavioral data Meta is collecting from employees could indirectly influence how their algorithms treat your personal content. You might not work there, but you're still feeding the machine. And here's the most important thing you can do. Start learning AI tools now. Not because you want to replace humans, but because you want to stay human in an AI world. The people who understand how these systems work, who can direct them and improve them and spot their mistakes, those people become more valuable, not less valuable. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. What's happening across tech is a preview of what's coming everywhere. Thousands of people are waking up thinking they have jobs, and by evening they're training their own replacements. It's like being asked to write your own pink slip. But here's the thing about disruption. It creates opportunity for people who see it coming. The companies that survive this transition are going to need humans who can bridge the gap between AI capabilities and real-world results. They're going to need people who can ask the right questions, spot the errors, and add the human judgment that AI still can't replicate. The tech industry's bet is that they can cut significant portions of their workforce and make up the difference with AI trained on employee behavior. Maybe they're right, maybe they're not. But either way, they just showed you exactly what game everyone else is about to start playing. The question isn't whether this is fair or unfair. The question is whether you're going to get ahead of it or let it happen to you. Because ready or not, the future of work just sent thousands of people a very clear message about what it looks like. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends. That's today's AI in 10. If you want to go deeper and learn AI with a community of people just like you, join us at aihammock.com. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends.